This is a supplement to techniques 12 through 19. These techniques will help you in structuring and delivering your lessons. We should aim for lessons that have consistent progression from the start to finish. The technique that we use here is called I, we, you. Other people use the terms direct instruction, the I, guided practice, the we, and independent practice, the you. This technique refers to a lesson in which responsibility for knowing and being able to do is gradually released from the teacher to the student. The recipe may sound obvious to some, but it doesn't happen this way in many classrooms. Often, students are released to independent work before they are ready to do so efficiently. We move on based on our lesson plan, or based on the clock, or based on the calendar, not based on students' preparation. In many cases, students independently and industriously practice doing a task in the wrong way. This brings me back to my favorite mantra: work smart, not hard. The goal is not to choose between the poles of direct instruction and independent thinking, but to progress from one to the other. Getting started and staging that progression is tricky work, and I'm here to help. Here's how. The I part of the lesson is when the teacher introduces information or models a process and walks students through examples. Think of this as the I do stage. Your instruction should include both modeling, showing how to do something, and explanation, telling how to do something. Include student interaction even though you're driving. You can still ask questions and engage in dialogue with students during the I stage. The we stage follows. This is when the teacher asks students to complete examples with less and less assistance. Think of this as the I do, you help, or you do, I help stage. In the you part, students have multiple opportunities to practice the work on their own. Think of this as the you do, and do, and do, and do, and do stage. Students need to practice over and over. Some of them learn the skill for good the third or fourth time they do it right. Some of them learn it the 10th time. Very few of them learn it the first or the second time. By the end of independent practice, students should be able to solve problems to the standard they'll be accountable to, entirely on their own. Students should be able to solve questions in multiple formats. Just because they've answered the one question correctly doesn't mean that they have full mastery of its true meaning. Grab opportunities when possible. As some students demonstrate mastery faster than others, be sure to have bonus problems, materials, worksheets, handouts ready to push them to the next level. What is challenging is deciding when to move to the next step. I knew I was becoming a teacher when I started being able to know in advance what my kids would do wrong, what the common mistakes would be. I realized that I could plan for that. I could tell them what was going to confuse them before they got there, so that they would be alert to the danger. I could keep them from getting tripped up, or at least help them to recognize when it started to happen. From then on, my planning process included a what could go wrong conversation with myself. And I planned to pre-teach what I knew would be the pitfalls. I put that right into my lesson plans. I, we, you lessons help control the manner and sequence in which the cognitive work is released to students. In addition, it also helps control the rate at which the cognitive work is released. This type of planning should help keep all students on the same page. As always, if you liked the video, you can find this one and many others on my Facebook page, Kaizen Teaching. Have a great day.